Hi there, welcome to the video presentation of our CS 410 final course project, Email Importance Ranker and Retrospective Summarizer. The project team consists of Dan, Ghassan and Ved, as you can see on my screen. This is the GitHub project. I will be giving you a very high-level tour of the project consisting of background, the purpose of the tool, deliverables, prerequisites, and how to use the tool. And finally, a quick code walkthrough to give you a glimpse of implementation as well as some potential enhancement. So let's get started with the problem statement. Have you ever experienced or seen anyone experiencing email overflow? Overwhelmed with sheer volume of the emails, felt helpless stemming the mailbox? You might have come across Forbes published report saying that average professional waste about 2.5 hours every day on emails. That's over 600 hours in a year. We are set out to bring some order into this chaos through this project. We intend to provide two key features to the user, that is to be able to manage their mailbox more effectively. The first one is classification of incoming emails into important or unimportant for prioritization and higher productivity. The second one is summary of the week or month that provides bird's eye view so they never lose sight of the big picture. Now let's get down with what we have achieved so far in this mission. Before we get into the code, let me show you a high-level prerequisites and what are the Python NLP packages we have used that you need to run this code, and how to basically use with a demonstration. As you can see on the screen, we've used Spacey as our core text mining package or toolkit, uh, helped with other Python packages like NumPy, Pandas, and Pickle. Along with this, you will also need a Spacey language model, as you can see on the screen, and here's the installation command that you need to run on your terminal. Once these two prerequisites are fulfilled, you are all set to use our eTools. And the main deliverable package, as you can see in here, there are multiple folders. All you have to do is go to the course project. Here's all the files that you need to run this project, and even within this, the core libraries are sitting in this eTools folder, and the main files are, as you can see, environment.py, ranker.py, summarizer. Ranker and summarizer are the main code basically. Let's go back to the demonstration file. So before we get into the code itself, let's run the code. And to make it easy, what I use is Anaconda. So I'll show you what you need to know, what you can do if you are using Anaconda. To fulfill the requirement, you have to install this Spacey package. Once you have done that, you run this command to get the language model, and all you are set. You can open the introduction notebook file that you can find in the course project folder, and let's go one step by step here. So first, what am I doing is importing all the libraries, ranker and summarizer here, as you can see. Once that is done, I have my model in place, which I can use to judge any input email. So here is the code with a set of 300 emails that I can load to judge their importance. And before we do the entire set, let's pick a random email for judging. Say 11th row in this Excel file has an email that I want to judge. Here's the email text as you can see on the screen. Let's see the significance words that this email has, and then let's see the significant sentences that this email has. And after that, let's run our scoring code. What the scoring code basically does is it generates an output floating value between 0 to 1, 0 being not important. 1 means the most important email you've seen in your mailbox. And based on this code, we also have a function that will tell you whether this email is important or not. And if you see true, it means this email is important. So this is a high level demo how you can use our package to provide with a provided input email to know whether that email is important or not important. And from there you can think of any number of applications that you can provide in the email client. But the question comes here is how accurate the scoring is, whether this email is indeed important for the user. And this is a context based and based on the testing data. So what we have done is we have created this we have implemented Cranfield evaluation module here to see how much of an accuracy we have achieved so far. So let's run this as well, starting with loading of the libraries and spacey model. Let's load a file, the same set of emails. So basically we have created 3 set of emails, each with 300 emails, manually classified, each of us project team members, and we've used 2 sets for training the model and this final set for testing the model. So we are loading this testing set, and before we evaluate, let's pick a random email just to see things are working fine. Let's score that email, and it turns out that specific email is not important. So here's our evaluation of classifier. You can see the logic is pretty straightforward. What we are doing is we are judging whether the content is important through the classifier, and then we are also getting the importance field which we have manually populated, and we are comparing them and counting the true positives, negatives, and so on and so forth. So let's run this. And when we started this, we really had terrible numbers. We've come way ahead from that and getting some good numbers here. We have done multiple phases of fine-tuning the classifier, and here's the numbers. So with the small demonstration of how to use our library, our code, and how is it doing with the evaluation, let's dig down into the code itself. I'll take you through 3 main important files here. The first one is environment, straightforward loading of spacey language model, which is CNN trained on English blogs, comments, and news articles as the gold standard for comparison. Then you can also see we are loading pickled pretend model that we train on emails that were manually classified as important or unimportant by us, the project team members. With this environment set, here is the ranker logic. What we are doing here is specifically after loading the training file, and training the spacey model down here, what we specifically do is we clean first of all the document, basically removing the white space, creating bag of words with stemming, and removing the stop words, converting everything to the lowercase, all with the available functionality given in spacey. And then what we do is we score it. This is the main function that we are using with Spacey. This similarity function is comparing the input email with cosine function to the trained model. So if the input email is more similar with importance model, then it will get higher number in the score. If it is more similar to unimportant, it will get lower score. And at the end, based on these two scores, we will return through this function whether the document is important, the email is important or not. So this is the main ranking function that we have written. The second one is summarizer. So ranking will only help you categorize your email volume into what is important and what is not. In summary, you get the bird's eye view, what you're doing week after week, month after month. Are you getting any closer to where you're heading to? So in this, you'll see we started off with loading the libraries and the similar clean function to get the document ready for text mining. And the main three functions that you can see in this file are getting the significant words, sentences out of the document that you provide as an input, these two functions, and which we use the pickled set of 25,000 emails to create the model and train the model with two email sets. With this significant words and sentences that you have, you summarize the sentences to create a summary for the user that will help him uh, keep sight of big picture. So having said this, give you high level code walkthrough, let's go back to our project. And everything that I've said is documented in the README file, what we have done as a team, how we coordinated, how we consolidated, shared the word. At this point of time, we have the project ready that can be used and by any Python engineer like you and me. But we would have loved to uh, enhance this work with integration into the mailbox so that you can and the user can see the summary. They can make use of importance features right out of their favorite email client without having the email and all the prerequisites met. So that's the potential enhancement that can be done. The other potential enhancement that we envisioned at first and couldn't finish it as a part of this project is listing important contacts for prioritization, email templates, deregistering from DLs, and similar machine learning based suggestions that can be done using Spacey Toolkit. I hope this video presentation was helpful in providing a glimpse into our project, and we look forward to any comment or encouragement on our listed emails right here. Thank you for your time and goodbye.